Neither team today has any desire to drop back to the 500 mark on the season, so we should be in for a good one. It's the Jets going up against the Cardinals. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the New York Jets and the Arizona Cardinals. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 77 yards. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First and 10, it's Palmer. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Second down, here's Palmer. And this will be incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. Third down here. And certainly one of the mainstays in this offense is the crafty veteran L. Fitz.
Love the way you phrased it, crafty. This guy knows how to get open and catch the football.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Hey, you got 3. Here we go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
On third down, Palmer. And that is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that brings up fourth down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Washington, his first carry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now.
This is Coleman on the carry. And some space here. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that. And when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity to win the game.
Here's Hackenberg. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Hackenberg now. And he slings one that's incomplete. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Calais Campbell is one of the tallest defensive ends in the league. Has the ability to get low and play the run, and adds excellent kick blocking ability.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Now Hackenberg sets up the screen to Forte. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards here.
And the D looking like they may blitz. Now Hackenberg rolling to his right. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the 3 now. Here they come on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll need to get the play off quickly. 3rd and goal, Hackenberg. And this is going to be incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. And it's now 4th and 3. So on comes a field goal unit for the Jets. Here's Nick Folk. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the former Arizona Wildcat, Folk, gets this one to go. And that will make our score 9-0. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. A couple of Jets there in on the stop. And a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Let's go. Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58. Zebra.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Palmer to throw on second down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Bruce Carter with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw, Hackenberg. And that's off the mark, incomplete. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect them.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. On third down, Hackenberg. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Austin Safarian Jenkins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Have you talked with your friends who are in the fantasy leagues? I keep hearing David Johnson's name is coming up in a big way.
Boy, he was a steal third-rounder out of Northern Iowa, and I think last year started as a 4th-string back, didn't he?
He certainly did, but boy, he produces the year one on. Remember, can run it, he can catch it. He was a wide receiver at Northern Iowa before he became a running back, and also has great kick return ability. Ran one back for a touchdown in 2015.
On second down, Johnson stays on his feet, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. Defense showing blitz.
Here we go. 1-18.
Andre Ellington, his first carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Toss. Here's Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes, it's not a very successful play.
3rd down now following the run.
Regular. All right, now.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They come up in an offset eye. Throwing, Hackenberg. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. First down, Hackenberg. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. That'll be taken in the end zone. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity. Just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Let's go.
2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Brandon Fields now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. Look at the spin.
Balance.
An excellent return that time. 26 yards. And the Jets take possession. New York set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now Hackenberg. That one complete to Anderson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Right side, there's Decker. So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. To throw is Hackenberg. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. That one was intended for John Brown, and that'll bring up second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll come out in the pistol. Palmer gives to Johnson. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Third down and 5.
Here we go. All right, now, 18.
From the gun on third down, it's Palmer. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And, Brandon, from our time in college football,
Here we go.
where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And they're going to speed things up here.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Ten yards still left on second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On second down, here's Palmer. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictate.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. One receiver left, 2 to the right.
Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 58. Mike 50. Mike 50. Zebra. Sally 19. Sally 19.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. And this seemingly endless drive continues. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Palmer. And he's got Gresham. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go. Wide 18. Wide 18. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Get ready. Blue 50. Regular. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Here we go. Wide 18. Wide 18.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Get ready. Wide 18. Wide 18. Hey. 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
Again, it's Palmer. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. So some disappointment there as the field goal falls short, and we have reached the intermission. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go. Wide 18. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
On 2nd down, Palmer. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing suck. Get ready.
Now it's 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Here we go. Blue 95.
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. His throw incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
And the wideout in motion. 2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. Over the middle here to Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Second down following the incompletion.
Here we go. Blue 58. Blue 50. Mike 50. Mike 50. Zebra. Zebra. Check 3. Mirror. 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 Let's go.
2nd and 10 now, and it's Palmer. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They'll throw on 1st down here with Palmer. He checks it down here to Ellington. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Throwing is Palmer. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They pitch it out to Johnson. Try to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 95. Blue 95. Right there. Mirror, mirror, mirror. Check 25, check 25. Sally 19, Sally 19.
On 3rd down, Palmer. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Gresham. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Let's go, let's go.
From the red zone now, here's Palmer on 1st down. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter. What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
We got three, fellas. Get ready.
To throw again is Palmer. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. John Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
Regular. Let's go.
Palmer looking to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
So the D-line's going to spread out. A first down throw for Hackenberg. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the reason.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Hackenberg on second down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Pro Bowler, Calais Campbell, in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
All right, now, lock it 56. Lock it 56. Leopard.
3rd and long for Hackenberg. He's got in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The rookie out of Ole Miss, Robert Kimdichie, in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. On the return is Peterson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Palmer to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Get ready. 1-18.
On third down, Palmer. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On first down, it's Palmer. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Second and 10. It's Palmer again. Over the middle here to Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
1-18.
Palmer to throw again. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now Chandler Catanzaro for the Cardinal field goal. This from 42 yards out. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will close the gap down to 14. All right, so it's getting late in this one. Now, you could argue that they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but they still face a pretty uphill battle.
Yeah, even with the field goal here, it's going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns now to get back in it, and that's going to be a tall order against this defense.
And New York set to take the field, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To Decker over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And quickly, they get to the line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Surveying the field, and he whips that one incomplete there. Eric Decker, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
And they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Third and short yardage. Hackenberg. He's got time. Under pressure there, and Hackenberg is sacked. Calais Campbell in there to drop it for his 2nd sack now here tonight. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. For the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass and completing it.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Couple of Jets there in on the stop.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Following the interception, here's Hackenberg. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They go with a fullback, Coleman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding.
For me, that's an example of why offensive linemen might want rearview mirrors at times, because you have your assignments to block, but if you can see what's going on in the backfield and maybe the guy carrying the ball is headed in another direction, it might change what you do up front. But if they can't see that and he's not in sync with what they're doing up front, well, this is when you end up with plays like this. A bad one for the offense, a really good one for the defense.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Surprise, Hackenberg looks to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On now is Nick Folk in the field goal unit for the Jets. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the former Arizona Wildcat, Folk, gets this one to go. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Second and 10. It's Palmer again. It's complete to Brown, right side. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Second down now after the incompletion.
Get ready. Blue 50.
Second and 10 now. It's Palmer. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's second and 10. One receiver right, that's Brown. Slot man moves right. To throw again, it's Palmer. And now this one's intercepted. A third interception for Palmer. Picked up by the first rounder, Darren Lee. And New York set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They go with Washington to begin the drive. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a second and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jets, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals,
my second body cost a lot. I just wore it home, reading philosophy and gossip rags, spending my bottom dollar shows. I'm a pacifist